Today, we present to you a new exciting and inspiring story from Hashtag Channel, Stories from Reality. Here is the story of Prophet Elijah, peace be upon him, as mentioned in the Holy Quran and the Sunnah, and here is a glimpse of it. Chapter 1. Prophethood in an Era of Misguidance. Allah, the Exalted, sent Elijah, peace be upon him, to the people of Baalbek in the ancient region of Lebanon. They used to worship a large idol named Baal. Their misguidance had reached an astonishing degree, as they believed that this idol granted them goodness, crops, and rain, attributing to the blessings that came to them from Allah alone. Elias, peace be upon him, one of the great prophets of the children of Israel, called his people to worship Allah, the One, the Omnipotent, and to abandon what they worship besides him. Allah, the Exalted, said, "Do you call upon Baal and leave the best of creators, Allah, your Lord and the Lord of your first forefathers?" Quran, As-Saffat, 125 to 126. Chapter 2. Confrontation and Hardship. The path of Dawah was not paved with roses. Elias confronted his people with evidence and clear explanation. But the people were arrogant and turned away, even inflicting severe harm upon their prophet. It reached the point where they pursued him and wanted to kill him. So he fled from them to save himself, submitting to the command of his Lord. In one narration, he hid in the forests and mountains, where wild beasts and birds would ease his solitude and accompany him. Chapter 3. The Miracle, the Divine Punishment. After the people turned away from the call to truth and persisted in their disbelief and obstinacy, Elias supplicated to his Lord against his people. Allah answered him and afflicted the people with a severe, devastating drought and famine, withholding rain from them for many long years, until the land dried up, the livestock died, and the crops perished. This punishment was a reminder to them of Allah's power and that Baal, whom they worshipped, could neither harm nor benefit them. Despite this clear sign, most of them did not return except with their hearts further hardened. Chapter 4. Hiding in the Miracle. Amidst this ordeal, Elias, peace be upon him, did not completely abandon the call. He would occasionally go out to the people, reminding them and calling them. And Allah had granted him a great miracle, when he, along with the believers who were with him, would board a boat or travel. It would float and become light carrying them, despite being more in number and heavier in load than in capacity, as a miracle from Allah for his prophet. Chapter 5. The Story of the King and the Staff Meal. There is a famous story found in some books, although its chain of transmission is not without weakness, that reflects the depth of faith of the few who believed in him. It is told that a tyrannical king of that time was pursuing him, so Elias took refuge in the house of a poor believing woman and her son. This woman possessed nothing to feed them except a little oil and barley, but Allah blessed these provisions due to the presence of the noble prophet. When the king's pursuit intensified, the son went out with Elias, fleeing to the mountain. On the way, the son said, "O prophet of Allah, I fear that the path may betray you, i.e., that I might inadvertently reveal your location." So Elias supplicated to Allah, and the boy died. Then he supplicated for him, and the boy was revived by Allah's permission. Then they walked until they reached a cave. Elias placed him inside and said, "Sleep, for you will have provision at every prayer time." He would wake up at every prayer time to find food and drink. The boy remained in the cave for a long time, until people forgot about him. Then one day, Elias passed by him, woke him up, and asked, "How have you found your Lord?" He said, "I have found him sufficient in every situation." Then the boy died after that. Chapter 6. Succession. After Elias despaired of his people's faith, he supplicated to his Lord, saying, he said, "My Lord, support me against a corrupting people." Quran, Al-Ankabut, 30. And Allah answered his supplication. Allah did not leave the earth without a prophet. Rather, he sent after him another prophet, Al-Yasa, Elisha, peace be upon him, who had believed in Elias, followed him and accompanied him. So he succeeded him among his people to continue the journey of calling to Allah. Lessons from the story of Elias. 1. Steadfastness of the prophets. Despite hardship and persecution, Elias did not despair in calling his people. 2. Worldly punishment. Allah may send his punishment upon the deniers in this world before the hereafter as a lesson for those who take heed. 3. Allah's support for his prophets. Support may be delayed, but it will inevitably come. 4. Continuity of the message. When the role of one prophet ends, Allah sends someone to continue the journey, just as Ilyas succeeded Elias. Thus, the story of Prophet Elias, peace be upon him, remains a beacon for preachers and the patient, reminding them that the path of truth may be arduous, but the outcome is for the righteous, and victory is from Allah. And Allah knows best. If you liked the video, support us with a like, share, and follow so we can continue. Production and execution, Ahmed Dawood.